But yeah, speaking of go fuck yourself, you saw the topic that Sis made a couple of days ago.
Oh, about the new admins?
New admins,
So
yes.
what are you saying with go fuck yourself? Just because my name wasn't mentioned there? Not even once? You wanna
No,
say to me go
I
fuck yourself?
I didn't say that. I just wanted to make a segue, and it didn't make sense what I was trying to segue into, but I just wanted to say, go fuck yourself, Kesh, you fucking butt. I just
Are
wanted to,
you
huh?
are you surprised by the names that appear up there? I mean, because when there's people discussing admins, they don't get the insights of what names are actually up there. But for an admin himself that is probably in position to decide about people that are next admins, it must be pretty funny. Like, I don't know, for example, you're discussing in promoting someone like Kyle Smith or something, and then you see Evangelist name up there, and you're like, people actually thought he would be an admin. You know, it must be it must be pretty funny for you because you have more insight than normal people or no normal players of the CNR. So was there any name in there that made you chuckle and you thought, man, this is not gonna happen in 100 years?
That's a great question. I honestly I remember looking at I remember I talked this back Friday last night, but I do remember off the top of my head that Play Too Hard suggested Jen, which was pretty funny. Not because he's
You're
not.
gonna straight out say names? Wow.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course. I think people who are suggesting Cyber also, to be quite honest, is a meme.
What?
Uh,
That guy's a
yeah,
nice guy.
yeah, he's a nice guy. But listen, like when we're talking about adding admins to, better this situation where you got cheaters and all this bullshit, we gotta find the next coming of a ninja tuna. All right, somebody's
So
coming.
you're pretty much saying that the next admin that's gonna happen really has to have a knowledge of cheats and abuses and stuff like
I
that?
think that's the number one thing. And listen,
Because for example, in the past, right, there have been people promoted that did not have any clue of the cheats. They only were good regulars
well,
or had tits big enough. And they got given admin just by that. So obviously the standards for getting that admin, I don't know, sticker or whatever, right?
well, it's changed
It
for
it
me.
has changed, right?
It's changed for me, at least. I don't know about everybody else, but it's changed for me. I didn't think last time there was a mass admin ad, there was really a need for people to really know, cheats and aimbot and all of this.
But that's a bit how to say,
But
that's a bit rich coming from you, because I don't think you have knowledge of cheats and stuff, and you're admin too, no?
well, here's the thing. Like my thing with cheats was back in the lag shot era. All right, the lag comp era in cheats at times is pretty different because I think the biggest thing and the toughest thing for some people to figure out is aimbot. Aimbot. All right, and there are times where aimbot is pretty obvious, and there are times where it's not. But here's the thing: like, I'm not saying Cyber wouldn't be a bad admin, or any of these other people wouldn't be a bad admin. But if I had to pick, I don't know how many admins are going to be added, but let's just assume that there are going to be 5 or 6. Is Cyber in my top 5 or 6? No. Okay, and are most of the people that are being suggested in that topic multiple times in my top 5 or 6? Probably not. Okay, and I was gonna kind of go through.
Okay, so who are your top 5 or 6?
Well, that's information. Listen, Kesh, you should know by now.
Exactly.
It's not because
you should know
you
by
know
now.
all the admins get to vote, right?
No,
I guess maybe I don't know how it works, and Crazy Bobs gets to decide in the end. So you sharing your opinion on who would make good admin is not that huge of a deal
here's the
because you're
thing.
not the only one deciding.
I was going to say it a different way. You should know by now that when there are things that I may not want to talk about, I'll talk about them, but not directly. So I'm not gonna give you a list of 5 or 6, but when we talk about these players, I'm gonna give you my opinion, and through my answers, you may, you know, infer who I think should be admin. Like, first of all, I'm just gonna say this straight out here, even though we've talked about this for about 7 minutes. But as I've said before, if Snorkel does not get admin, I'm going to tear this server apart. Alright?
Wow,
I'm gonna tear this server apart.
You're getting there, buddy. I'm proud of you.
I have said since last year, even though in the same breath I also said Giants, which is another thing that I need to fix. But you know, Snorkel. I've had people PM me and ask me, "Hey, Sean, you know, you talk about new admins and shit. You know, Snorkel gonna be an admin?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro, for sure. Like, Snorkel's definitely getting admin, and this is my opinion, obviously. I can't tell you anything other. I can't tell you other opinions. Yeah, I mean,
can just say that I'm really happy you have this opinion. I don't know. I love Snorkel. He's really nice. He's really nice with people. I know there's people that say he's had some bad past, but you know, he is definitely a really nice guy. I think he really likes the game. He really likes people and helping them out. So I think he would be great. That's all I gotta say. I'm really happy you decided for him, and if it works out, I'll be so happy. That's
well, I mean, you can't play this game as long as some people have and not rub someone the wrong way, because you look at Snorkel,
but like I think if 5 people get promoted, you know, there's enough space to get different kinds of people promoted, right? Sure, some people will not like Snorkel probably because he doesn't have enough knowledge of people abusing or hacks or whatever you want to call it, you know? But yeah, he might be one admin that's approachable to everyone and that actually does a lot of work for server, whereas maybe another admin that will get promoted, let's say Evangelist, for example, he will do that part of the job, you know? So I don't think every admin should necessarily have all the qualities, you know, that, I don't know, some admins will have some...
Cash.
And like the other admins will have other qualities. Now, I just hope that, you know, in the past it used to happen that some admins who got promoted stuck around and some admins were completely gone, you know? Now imagine, like, for example, the Snorkel would stuck around and Evangelist, if he gets promoted, you know, he would be gone, for example. Then yeah, you would lose that person that is kind of, you know, there to deal with hackers and stuff, you know. So I just hope that the new promotions that gonna happen, they kind of gonna be there, you know, for their share or whatever, their part, for at least a while, you know, before we maybe get new promotions or whatever.
Well, yeah, I mean, my thing with Snorkel is that, you know, when he was an older player, he played Hitman, you know, now he trucks, you know, he did a lot of different things, you know, not just 1 or 2 things. He's not a fag who sits outside City Hall all the time. Like, you can, but... You can.
I thought you were gonna say who sits in the car, in the passenger seat.
Oh, no. Well, Racker got admin, so...
yeah.
Oh god.
Right?
Alright, let's try that method then.
Oh my god. Anyway,
Also, hello.
Yes.
I forgot to say hello earlier.
Yes. This is the second straight week he's done this. Anyway, so anyway, let me just go look at this thread right here. The first post was Evangelist. I'm sorry, Vinix, who said Evangelist, and you know, I'll tell you about Evangelist. You know, this guy. I'm pretty sure every single time he plays, like, he encounters a cheater. Like, he comes onto the server, a cheater PMs him, okay, and he's basically non-stop fighting cheaters all the time. And you know, Evangelist told me some stuff about stuff, so, you know, as far as that, you know, Evangelist would be high on the list of, you know, the cheat detection type snit, you know what I mean? I do remember, in the past, I guess there were some reservations about him because, you know, he got disabled a couple times and all that, but, who doesn't?
What about likes of Diddy Boy?
Diddy Boy, I mean, listen, there are some things about...
I mean, because you could probably argue that Titty Boy has similar knowledge than Evangelist, right? So it's
Maybe.
a legit question.
Well, you know, when you think about that, maybe, I can't, in the 2017-2018 era, say anything bad about Titty Boy that would, you know, go against that argument. Okay, but, you know, when you put his body of work together, then that's where you get some conflicts. However, I'm not going to say them because it's a body of work, like John. I tell you.
We actually don't need Lucas in here. Damn.
What if let's see here. So Jayance, right? He specified music box because we already talked about the Evangelist and Snorkel.
Actually, talk about Jayance. Like,
Jayance.
a lot of people,
Okay.
A lot of people put him up there.
Yeah, you know, Jayance, apparently he's the longest tenured half-op, which I'm not really sure if that's true or not. I made fun of him on the CR News last night and all of that. Well, you know, see, here's the thing. Like, the people who I listed so far, Evangelist, Snorkel, I think they would be transcendent. Jayance, in my opinion, listen, I'm not saying that, you know, some of these guys wouldn't be good admins. However, I just don't think Jayance would be transcendent. I just think he'd be a guy. Now, here's the thing. Now, I remember before BMUK got admin, alright, here's a situation where I'm wrong. Because before BMUK got admin, I will admit, I thought he would have been a bad admin. I didn't think he would do anything, to be quite honest with you. But he's proven me wrong. He's done very good as an admin. So BMUK GG to you. But even with that said, Jayance, you know, I just think he's middle of the pack. Like, if you give me 15 names or 20, like, he'd be in the middle. And it's the same with Music Box. You know, Music Box, listen, you know, he's a nice guy in Snit as well, but I don't see any transcendent qualities in Music Box. You know, as far as the because I guess the number one issue for me in adding an admin is the cheat knowledge type snit, and I'm not sure Music Box has that. I don't know. You know.
So you listed Snorkel, right? But
Yes.
he doesn't really have a cheater knowledge,
how do you know
right?
that?
What?
How do you know that?
I mean, you obviously said that if Snorkel doesn't get it, you would tear the CNR apart.
Yeah,
So
but
he's on your list, right?
yeah, but I would think he has some understanding for sure.
Oh,
he's been around
because
for
of
quite
his
a while.
past, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So far you listed like 2 people and there's 5 spots, right? So we said James is in the middle, so he's probably like number 5. What about likes of Mr. Marcus Weed.
Marcus Lee, I mean, that's, I mean, I think I would put him in the category of James and Music Box. Like, with weed now, let me be honest here, alright? So, you know, there are times where I do remember, and this is in the past though, so obviously these would change. But I do remember with weed, there were times where he would complain on a cop DMer, right? So I look at the cop DMer, and Marcus Weed is cop DMing the cop DMer, and I'm like, what's the point of the complaint then? You know? Well, you know, listen.
It's something that Sinesha has called him up on, no? If I remember
Maybe,
correctly.
I don't know. Probably someone has.
Yeah.
With Marcus Weed, I'm not saying, he probably would be a good admin, you know what I mean? And he's a San Fierro player, which I'm always partial to.
Oh my god.
But I just wouldn't put him in the top class of people right now. You know what I mean? He'd be right around there with Music Box and Giants. Quite honestly,
Who's up on your list? I mean, is it like someone like P2H? And
Can I say something, please? Well, Rashawn, you get it right, but that is nothing about no one. I gotta be honest. Do you think that I know anything about SAMP or CNR? You might know nothing about it, but I might know something. So it's only your opinion.
Exactly.
I have to admit, I had same feeling with Ninja Tuna. I was like, he is the worst promotion ever. But I took that back as soon as I seen him being active, and I can admit that he's one of the best admins at the moment.
Actually, that's pretty good in a way. It's good that most promotions that people had their doubts in, they turned out to be kind of okay, you know, at least lately.
That's true. I was wrong about BMUK. He turned out to be great. So, you know, there you go. There you go.
So yeah, maybe actually a lot of people would take like, oh man, he would not make a good admin, you know. Yeah, maybe they would, you know. Maybe they're just not given the chance. I don't know. Just saying. But you put like a lot of people like in the middle of the list, you know. But you put like number 1 and number 2 kind of, but you have not filled out the top 5, you know. So. Like, I'm looking at this thread now, and there's different names being passed around. So, like, quite a lot are looking at Officer 25, Disco, P2H. Any opinion about those 3? If we're already discussing the names.
Most of them are just friends, voting for their friends.
Yeah, that's my thing, yes. Ali, sometimes I criticize Ali, you know.
I mean, P2H
kind of goes
is a
off,
long-time member, no? I mean, he's P2H, for example, is, I'm sure he is not being suggested as an next admin just by his friends, you know. I mean, he's been here a long time, and Officer 25, of course, as well. So I don't know if it's just friends suggesting them, but
well, there is a lot of friend suggesting in that topic, but. The thing is, you know, Play Too Hard, yes, he is, you know, obviously you've had him on the show and Snit, he is, you know, mature and Snit, he's been around for quite a while. He may get jerked around by trolls a lot, but I think there's just a bit of a stigma on Play Too Hard still. There's a stigma on Play Too Hard still. At this moment, so I'm not quite sure if his name would really, you know.
What about Disco and the Officer?
Well, Officer hasn't played in quite a while, so you know that's a different case. I like Officer, but I'm not really wowed by Officer at all, honestly. So I don't really have much of an opinion on him. Yeah, and who's the other name? Disco?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he's something, you know, he's something. Now, I do know for sure that Disco has a very high knowledge of this cheat snit. You know what I mean? There's a thing with Disco that there are times where he talks, and it's like, you know, is he off in a different world or something? Like he talks and he sounds like he's high or something, but he's not. He's really just messing with people.
Probably some Argentinian stuff, man.
No,
Must be smoking.
even before that, you know, I think Disco would be an effective admin, and I think, you know, I don't know if this is admin quality, but he does piss off a lot of Las Venturas regulars, which is a very good thing, to be quite honest with you, because you know, there are people who take them as saints, you know, and you know, he fucks about the Las Venturas flags. As an admin, he would do the same thing. So you know, Disco, yeah, I don't know. Like there's just something about him and how he used to act that still is stuck in my head. But I think he would be closer to transcendence, as long as, you know, because there are people who play for people. Like, for example, me, as everyone knows, I don't play CNR with anybody most of the time. You know what I mean? I don't play for anybody. So,
Medicine play.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But
Get your French passports out.
But as long as Disco will play for the people and not for himself or his grill or backfire, then yes, he would be quite a good, you know, admin. Yes.
I'm gonna actually flip a little bit here and just mention two names that I maybe actually expect more to be passed around, and I don't know. But anyway, I will just put them in here, because why not? We've discussed other names already. So, Igly and Tanner.
Well,
Two very different people, but...
Well, right off the bat, Tanner's a meme. He's not even in the stratosphere.
He was legit disappointed that he was mentioned only once.
I think he's joking himself. Like, I like Tanner, but I don't think he's even, like, he wasn't even on my stratosphere. So, you know,
wow,
yeah, I don't think we have to say too much about that.
It's hard not to notice him. I don't know how you didn't. I mean, I listened to it.
Okay, well, I notice him, but that's probably why he's not in the stratosphere. Igly,
so that's a bad thing, to be too much out there. It's a bad thing.
It
to be too much.
It depends on the person, yes. With Igly, well, I mean, I don't know. Like, I think he probably...
I guess he's a tough one to crack. I mean, he must have some knowledge, since he's... I don't want to be stereotypical, but, like, he doesn't seem the person that shies away from fights, you know? If someone will give him shit, he'll probably take the fight, you know? So he probably has some knowledge, but...
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I like Igly. You know what I mean? And all the cacksuckers that, you know, talk snit to Igly because he's Albanian suck. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about Igly. I wouldn't pick him above like a handful of people. But, you know, I think he may be in that you know, that blob of, you know, Jay and Swede music box. And that,
so basically we got like two people you're certain of, and the rest it's just like is there actually someone in between that you kind of feel for, or just like you're only certain about two people and the rest is all the same mess for you?
That's a great question. That's a great question, and like I said, and you're trying to get me to do this, but I'm not going to explicitly tell you, besides Snorkel, obviously, you know, who's in my top tier, you know. the best you're gonna get is you throw names at me, and I'm just gonna tell you if it's a meme or not.
No,
'Cause
I mean,
I'm-
just like, because, you know, the names that I touched upon, they were either in number 1 and number 2, you know, or they were like somewhere out there in the middle, you know. So we obviously have not filled out some space that exists in there. Now, I don't know if
Exactly.
you're actually undecided about the space, or I just have not thrown the right names at you yet, you know.
I'm not even sure at this point. I'm not sure at this point.
Yeah, right. So I have some more names actually. What about people that have been around for some time, but they don't necessarily speak that good English, right? Like someone like Viktorovich and, you know, other admins
Viktorovich?
would say like from Viktorovich LA.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, or like, I don't know, some Filipinos or something like that.
Well, Viktorovich, like, yeah, he's played for quite a while. Yeah. Wow. I mean, these are names that I, in some way, haven't really thought about. But yes, I would think Viktorovich, probably the San Fierro bias, of course. You know, I think Viktorovich would be quite a good admin. Now, here's the thing, like there are some cities I'm partial to, obviously. Because, you know, Las Venturas, who needs admins from Las Venturas, quite honestly? Like, every admin plays Las Venturas. What we need is some Los Santos, San Fierro specialized admins, you know what I mean? And
Listen, Rashawn, I'm a
Viktorovich.
Santos player.
Well, you're a Los Santos player, but you're not a Los Santos specialist, Kesh. Like, there's a difference between being a Los Santos and San Fierro player and being a specialist. You know what I mean? Viktorovich is a San Fierro specialist. Yeah, I mean, I make sense, right? You understand? Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, you know, Viktorovich, I don't know, I have to think about that, you know? I really would have to. But, you know, if you go back to the old criteria of guy who plays a lot, doesn't cause a snitz, and all this, yeah, Viktorovich would definitely be in the conversation, and so would all of those other names that I was enthusiastic about, you know what I mean?
What about likes of, probably not put him in the same group, but Coolen Hat, Hugo Boss, Trop.
Well, with Cullen Hat, like, I mean, he hasn't played in quite a while. If you said this and he played a lot, like, I don't monitor when he plays, but like, he would have been a great choice if he played a lot, but I'm not quite sure in the current time, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, he's kind of guy that is there, but he's not putting too much attention on himself,
Yeah,
and I
that's
think
true.
he's kind of okay player. I mean, as far as I've dealt with him.
yeah, he's a super old fag, you know what I mean?
But I remember an admin who wasn't active, got promoted and became admin. I don't remember who it was, maybe Konamila. It couldn't be Konamila. He was always, he's like
He was always
24/7.
playing, yeah.
Well, Konami
It was
is,
someone else, but I remember he was not even available. He was away for a couple of years, and he just came back 24/7 doing admin job. So you can't really say that.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Shout out to
Actually,
Overseer.
I see. Like, I'll put my opinion in here just because I don't know. I always felt like that, but maybe actually, you know, it's not always right to look at people like, oh, he's not playing, he should not be an admin, you know. If you've seen in this player's past before that he or she happened to care about the game a lot or about people in it, you know, maybe they should be given a chance, because probably they quit because they didn't get some sort of gratification or whatever from the game, you know, that they expected to or whatever. So
Yeah.
maybe giving them an admin would actually bring them back, you know, and feel like, right, so someone has actually noticed my work here and I'll do this for people, you know. I always felt and still feel like that, I said this in the past already, but I feel like there's a lot of people that just come in this community that are actually good people, you know, but they leave because, like I said, good person will leave before the hacker or someone, you know. And I think for a lot of those people that leave, actually giving them an admin maybe would have made them stay, or like, I don't know, you know, they would feel like justice has been done, or that, you know, the good things that they've done have been repaid in a way, or whatever, you know, more faith in the game, or how to put it.
Yeah, that's true, and that's on the other side, that's kind of the flaw. Also, shout out to Overseer. Tell me if I sound better. But that's
I would also like to know if I am sound raping people.
exactly. But yeah, that's the thing on the other side too, because when you think about the random question of, hey, who's good to be admin? People, it's the IRC thing. You know what I mean? For people who are on the IRC, right? And you ask them that question, if they don't play the game as much, it's like, I'm gonna think out the first couple of people that are on IRC all the time, and I've been the guy that's been saying, hey, we should probably focus more on the guys that play the game more than ones who are in IRC. Shout out to Garg. He called me an IRC admin. I think that's the thing. People, but then again, someone called Backfire an IRC admin. Yet he never really talked in IRC, and he had half up for one day before he got admin. So GG with that. But there, the thing about some previous admin promotions is that a lot of them were put upon from IRC. And after a while, it keeps happening, and there are people who are playing the game, and they get looked over. And it's like, that sucks! You know what I mean? That's, and I understand that Giants and Weed and people like that, they do play the game, yes, but when you relate their names, you're most likely gonna associate it to IRC than in-game. Okay, and that's why, because look at me, like, I think I have a pretty high understanding and, scope of people that play on the server, despite the fact that I barely play, and the only reason why I'm on the server right now is because of this show. But, I was always in the standpoint that we gotta get people to be admin who play a lot, and not this IRC bullshit, just because those players pop in your head quicker than people who play the game, because, and all that. Because I don't want to compromise any admins, but there are just some people that don't know players, and the first people that come to their mind are people that they know. But that's been the flaw with a lot of this, is that, since Crazy Bob spilled the beans about admins or thinking other admins to add, it's mostly up to admins to say that. And if admins don't know a large scope of players, then the system is screwed. You know what I mean? I
think people feel that anyway. Like they maybe feel that it's not right, but I think people know that when they stop playing a lot, that they will probably not get within category of admin anymore. That's why we also seen some people after the news that there's gonna be new admins got out. We saw the return of some people actually.
Yes, maybe, maybe
Lost long sons of the CNR,
Though I do know for sure, once the new admins are made, I think we can expect Crazy Driver to post in the topic and sigh. like he always does. Shout out.
You mentioned Crazy Driver. I actually have I still haven't commented on Hugo Boss, so that is
Hugo
weird.
Boss. I mean, this is the thing. This is the thing about the body of work thing. Yeah, I mean, Hugo Boss. Listen, he's a nice dude. All right, I've talked to him recently. He's a cool dude. But when you've been on this for quite a while, it's tough to ignore the body of work. And I know that Hugo Boss is remorseful for what he used to do back then when he was, a teenager, but it is really difficult to get past the fact that he had 10 houses.
Right. What about, I think the name that it has been overlooked a bit, my personal opinion, is Messed Up Smiley? Maybe?
Messed Up Smiley. Well, yeah, he's another guy to put into the lump, the uncertain lump of Giant's weed music
are
box.
Are Darky and Schemer also there?
Who?
The next three names, I'm just looking at this thread right now.
Darky 3?
Darky 3, Skimmer, and Calcon.
Well, with Darky 3, I feel like I'm confusing him with someone else. So I don't want to say anything bad about him. Because I feel like there's a guy similar to his name that is a...
Yeah, his name was kind of like Slayer 3, I think. I think Slayer with 3.
Yeah, maybe him or Robber 7. Like, I can't really talk about Darky 3 because I think I'm confusing him with someone else. I don't really... Like, I know him, but I don't really know him. So I can't really say much about Darky 3. What I've seen is he's a nice guy and all this snit, but I've never really looked into Darky 3, quite honestly. What'd you say, Calcon? I think I'm pretty biased about Calcon. Shout out to Calcon, who's on the server right now. He's a nice dude, but there are times where I hear the tone, I see the tone of his posts, and they're just a bit, like, whiny. And I don't know if that's justified or not, because I don't remember the type of stuff that he posted. And maybe this is just me being bitter because he... Like, I like Calcon. Listen, I'm gonna diss him, yes, but I like Calcon. But I just, I'm probably being biased because he won Driver of the Year one year for doing race challenge videos, right? And I remember being pretty upset about that, which is...
Why did you aim for the number one?
Well, yeah, I don't see how...
did?
No, here's the thing. I don't see how people can vote for somebody for best driver for doing race challenges when there's no one in the street. You know what I mean? So, that's what I said. But if I'm going to be unbiased here, I mean, Calcon...
Well, Rashawn, you
I don't
can't
know.
even drive cheetah, so I don't know what we're expecting.
Yeah, thank you, Sigma 1. Thank you. Thank you, Sigma 1. But,
Banshee sucks, just FYI.
oh, faggot. The
There's
Banshee's a
not
great
a
car.
donkey.
No donkey.
It's just because Rashawn likes wiggly ass. I think we discovered this before. The only reason Rashawn likes Banshee is because it has flappy ass, and he really likes that.
Yes,
Yeah,
no
it's true.
freaking.
Yeah.
Doesn't have
Yeah.
like a roof or something.
Yeah.
You look at the Banshee, the front and the back of the Banshee are both curved, it's curved like a well-curved woman, you feel me? So, there are no straight edges, you know what I mean? So, yeah, the Banshee is like driving a woman. Anyway, so...
That's creepy. Oh man, this is PG-13 show.
I don't think so, but yeah, let me see. Who else was said in this topic here?
Trop.
Trop. Now listen,
Yeah.
I remember. Listen, Trop he is very, like, I can tell just by his emotion. Like when there's a fag cheater on the server, you can really feel his bum-outedness whenever there is one. And I initially was like, Trop, I mean, either way, like, Trop really, cares about the outcome of this server. But on the other side, I'm not sure he's transcendent either. You know, so you know, I don't know, because you see with Trop, right? Like Trop, like I just have some reservation about. I'm not really sure what Trop does. What does he do? Like he's a medic all the time. Yeah, he's a medic all the time, right?
Medic all the time at Camping CH.
Is that?
Yeah.
NFL was upset about him.
It's not the same guy. I don't know why I confuse him, but it's not the same guy that likes handbags, no? That's the other guy, right?
Handbags?
Yeah, there was a guy posting like Louis Vuitton handbags.
That's Trini Club.
Treble Clear.
That's
Right.
Treble Club. Yeah, Treble Club.
Yeah, I was trying to remember the name. Right. Trop is French, no?
Yeah.
Is he?
Oui? Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
he's French.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, so it Trop, like he's not in the elite status, but you know, he'd still be a good admin. Like, listen, like all these guys, Trop, Victor Bitch, Weed, Giants, Music Box, like they'd all be good admins, you know what I mean? But as far as being transcendent, that's the word I'm gonna keep saying today. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know why, but every time you say transcendent, it reminds me of some hard drive. I don't know if they were named that, but or something. Weren't they?
Transcend. He has a Transcend flash drive. I got one of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks, by the way. Don't buy one. Don't buy one. It sucks.
Yeah, don't buy one, please. They break all the time. The other name that I that I looked at here is actually a player that used to play more, and I think if this admin thing was like dished out like a year ago, maybe he would be more the name that would appear more, but like Handjob, for example. You know,
Handjobs.
He doesn't play now. He's a regular though.
He's a mad person, just FYI.
He's a mad person.
Yeah, like, let me tell you, so basically...
I mean, he's old and experienced, no?
Yeah, so basically, you're the guy, and he tell me, okay then, a few minutes later, he places his hit on me, and being like, yeah, just message me. If you do it one more time, I'll start killing you. I'm like, okay, do it. I would love to.
Well, Handjobs is a very unique individual, I'll tell you that.
He's like an odd player, I don't know.
Yeah, he rapes a lot. You know, I mean, Handjobs, like he's you know, he's a great player. He never gets in trouble mostly, and all of that. Just his personality is a bit odd, which is a good thing too. But I don't know. I just have never thought of him.
Admin.
Hey, Rashawn. Can we take a break? Cause I need a pee-pee.
Okay.
I need to do pout.
Okay. Yes. Actually, I was gonna take a break right now because John is ready.
Yeah.
So,
and I need pee-pee. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay. I'm
For
sorry.
someone to watch over CNR, you know, and put some heavy weights in or whatever. There's admins actually, you know, that have been admins before and they have some experience, so maybe they've grown up a little and they could be a good admin.
Like assassin.
First of all, I apologize because the music was still on. The camera's on. Camera's on all the time, But
What?
when you were talking, the music was on. I'm sorry. But yes, you asked about previous admins who have already been demoted, if they should be admin again, and I laughed because
they were demoted.
I laughed
They were
because that's
demoted
hilarious.
years ago. Well, there's been names on this list today that we discussed that have done some atrocious shit in the past, and they've been forgiven for those things, right? So we have we have admins that have done some atrocious shit. They've been demoted, and maybe they should be given a chance again. You know, I see them as two completely same things.
Shout out to XXXS who said Fanta for admin again joke, and I agree. Fugazi
Actually,
Fanta.
you mentioned his name. A lot of people.
Steve.
A lot of people suggested him as an admin. So what do you think about XXS?
Yes, I guess she's talking about her lover, which is John 877.
No, I mean, you know, it would be great that there would be an admin again interested in women, not just men. Because so far it seems to me that most of the admins are faggots. Well, actually, yeah, maybe I should blame it on my small tits, but.
Okay,
yeah, like, what do you think about Sean Assassin and X66S?
John, I mean, I don't know. I mean, for the like the 12 months or something like that before he got demoted, there were a ton of people who complained about him. Now that's not a be-all end-all, but I'm just gonna preface this by saying that I think Crazy Bab is on the mindset that Bab, I give you one chance, and you fuck it up, then that's the chance you're gonna get. You know what I mean? I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with John being admin again, but I just don't know if he would be to the level of some of the other people that are being considered right now. So
what about Assassin? I mean, he's the best, he's the best looking, he's the smartest. Why not
smartest? Take him back again.
Well, you know, we love to talk about Assassin on this show. Yeah, I mean, I'm still waiting for one day that I have an opportunity to give him Donkey Today, because I think it probably will be the best one in the history of Donkey Today done.
He doesn't employ anymore or being an RC nowadays, I don't know.
Yes. But no, Assassin, I wouldn't, because first of all, like, you see him in the Discord, right? And listen, I know that CNR is not in its prime anymore and all this, you know, but it's kind of odd to hear him say, you know, server's dead, and, you know, Bob got his goal of getting Grill or whatever, all this, and it's kind of distasteful as far as why.
Yeah, I mean, it's true, no? The only goal in this game is to get a girl. Like, seriously, after 4 years of playing it, this game, the only positive you can take out of this game is at least you got laid. That's the way I see it.
I guess so. I guess so. But I mean, obviously, I'm hugely biased, and I don't want to. What do you mean, why?
Damn, you're boring.
I'm hugely biased. Listen, no, like, I don't want to give all my ammo away, though.
Hey, Rashawn, how does it feel to be black but be vanilla?
First of all,
Cash.
Question. First of all, Cash.
Question and racist.
Even though I can count the number of people who listen to the show on my hand, excuse me, I do not want to give away my ammo. Okay, so, you know, I don't want to give away all of my assassin ammo on this show.
But you're like Machine Gun Kelly. You only shoot like once every 3 minutes. That's how I heard it.
That made no sense whatsoever, in fact. Made no sense. What a faggot. What a fag. But I'm just gonna be simple and say, no. I would definitely not consider Assassin again. That would be pretty XD worthy. Very XD worthy. And XXXS, how long does that guy play? Like 2 years? I don't know. I mean, you know, he's a cool guy in Snit, you feel me? And I guess that doesn't really matter, right? I was gonna say one thing.
Listen, it doesn't matter if you're cool people, man. You just need to know the facts.
I was gonna say one thing I really like about the guy, but I'm not really sure if that really matters.
He said he's been around for 5 years.
Oh, shitcocks.
You got it so wrong.
Shitcocks, damn, it's a long time. But yeah, you know.
And old. Huh?
What?
And old.
Yeah, he's old, but yeah, I haven't
seen. No, you are getting old.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he's older than me. Yeah, that's true. But yeah,
Probably the guys like over 30. I
Right. X6S, if you're gonna be new admin, can you PM me your age so we can hook up or something?
yeah, you can go to Canada and be the second coming of anyway. But
Kiss can I?
Oh, Canada. Wait, hold on. What do you have wrong with Canada?
nothing.
Man, I would have to eat maple syrup every day.
No, that's
What's wrong with
incorrect. Canadians, when they're south, they don't be eating maple syrup that much. Like, I'm just telling you that.
Can I give shout out to Pokta, who's been like nudging me all the game? Damn, man, move your ass.
Owned. You got anything more? You got any more?
Oh my god, I'm fine. Yeah, I have actually. I left the best for the last, right? So, what do you
boy.
think about this girl called Cash? She's got any chance?
Alright, number one. Prostitute. Number two.
Maybe in 2 years. Maybe in 2 years.
Oh man, I'm gonna be too old now. I'm already too old.
I don't think you're in the stratosphere yet, quite honestly.
I'm not in the stratosphere.
No, you're not in the stratosphere yet. No.
Show boobs, clothes off. Everyone is saying boobs in chat. What a perverted server, man.
Well-
Why am I playing this shit?
Well,
Your
first of all, Kish,
Lasagna, yes.
you're the one that put the ammo on yourself about your your A cups.
My disability?
All right, your A cups or
Why?
your
They are not
your
A cups.
your half A cups or whatever it is. But,
Oh my god, get lost. Get lost. I can
you
tell
know,
you that I have bigger tits than Tank has cojones.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! My goodness, we might as well have had Lucas here. I tell you, I'm playing the song. I'm playing the sound all over again via help over and over again because I think we
Just
need
the
help.
laugh.
I think we need help.
Actually, I'm wondering if this show is getting more listeners now that you got viewers in the morning.
I mean, this may be the highest number of listeners
For
we've had.
those
in
who
quite a while.
don't know, actually, Roshan has hit his top today, and he has topped 5 viewers on his stream, which was pretty good. And
Nice.
50% of them were girls. GG, what a player!
Nice. So
Nice.
let me just get the math out here. So Kesh just said.
And Angelina?
Mark, you're faggot.
Kesh just said I had 5 viewers and half of them were female. So 2.5
Yeah,
of my
2.5.
viewers were female.
Yeah.
I don't know what I don't know what you're getting at that with.
Well,
Who was the half?
judging the tank, he's gonna half of the thing.
Oh no!
Oh
no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no! How can I get
No.
past that?
Marcus, you're too fast for me.
Oh no!
Yes, can you know PM?
There you go. There you go, guys. You know, I don't even know what to say.
I got denied twice today, an admin and by Sean personally. What a faggot. What a faggot.
Listen,
Might as well be off the show.
see, listen. Kesh has the thing, viewers. Like she will like set herself up to say that she's gotten denied by something. Viewers, yeah, listeners. Excuse me.
Denied by Lucas as well. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, what a fag.
I would probably need a dick, then I would be more interesting.
What? Okay.
Yeah, you gonna give her your cyber?
Maybe, yeah.
Me and Sliver, we get on pretty well. He sends me pictures and I laugh, and that's how it works.
Yeah.
Romantic relationship, you know? Unlike you, Rashawn. Not knowing what
talking
it
about?
is.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Especially those pictures are probably like 3 months old or something.
What a fag.
Listen,
But I just want to
Nick,
preface
listen,
this.
Mark.
I want to preface this by for those thinking that you need you need cojones or tits to become admin. That is completely incorrect. That is not a requirement to getting admin. So
You're fake news.
how's that fake news, Marcus Weed?
Everything is fake news for Marcus Reed.
Body parts are not required to become admin. Like, you know what I mean? Are you implying that people have become admin because of certain body parts?
Are you trying to get some news from him from this statement, or?
Yeah, I mean that's what I got the idea from, because he said fake news once I said that. You know what I mean? So
if no girl is promoted, and out of these 5 girls, I'm calling this server sexist. Is that fair?
I
So you're
mean,
a feminist, I mean.
Oh shit, we forgot to mention the most important name. How ye have not reminded me of this name. It's up there, written in the stars. Like, written at the backs of the chairs.
what?
The Kyle Smith? Hello? Hello?
The backs of the chairs. Kyle Smith, you know, as Kyle Smith said, he doesn't play the game anymore. He doesn't care anymore. He's off to new
His
things.
dedication, he has returned. He has started adminning over the threads, even in his practice to become one.
Yeah.
So
I think Kyle Smith he was a meme for quite a long time, and he's still a meme. So, you know, that's the thing. But I was going to say, like, speaking of the sexist thing, if there was one female admin that could be promoted, who could it be? That's a great question.
Cash. Cash.
I have a name.
I think it would be Stella Clark, actually, if she would play something more than just San Fierro.
Fuck out of here. Stella Clark is a San Fierro player, and San Fierro players have the most pride. They have the most pride out of the entire server. You understand me?
I'm just saying that if she would play like 2 maps at least, then I think she would be up there to be an admin. Because like a lot of people like her.
Playing LS as well. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong.
And out of the girls, I don't know, man. There's like, I don't know what's happening with girls lately on CNR. Like, you have a surge of those girls that are trannies, but the actual girls, they are kind of disappearing. I mean, like, we had Angelina, she quit. Yeah. Sheila is only seen here and there. I'm like STD returning every 3 months.
I was going to ask about Rashawn's girlfriend. I mean, Angeline. I mean, what happened?
I mean, okay, so
no.
I mean,
okay.
Oh no, you went there. I didn't do it, Rashawn. See, I have not done it.
Okay, listen. This show is not named Rashawn and his whatever what. Okay.
Actually, I'm looking forward to. I'm actually forward to your new show. I mean, the show where you said Rashawn tries, you know, and we had yogurt, and I would want you to try feel French.
Parlez-vous français? Oui, oui, monsieur.
Gonna try?
Let me get my baguette.
Once I gotta ban somebody right now. Give me a second. Okay.
You feel so. You took you feel like we took all power from you, so now you have to.
No, it's funny how Rashawn feels triggered when we touch the subject. Can you feel it? Like he lost control of the show.
He's getting triggered so badly.
Uncomfortable situation.
Fag, I tell you, what a huge fag. I don't know how you guys got to that or whatever, but that doesn't make. Well, okay, let's get back on topic. All right, so you said Stella Clark. Yeah, it's a very good idea.
I will actually ask you like that. So if there was a girl promotion, who would you make promotion? I mean, there's still some girls that aren't admins, and they have big, huge tits, and they look good. Like Potassium, for example, she's stunning to me at least, and she's not an admin yet, and she's been around for a while, so I think she.
What do you mean stunning? Like physical stunning, or?
Oh yeah, she's physically stunning. I mean that it seems like in girls that's the most important quality, whereas in guys it's actually like playing the game and understanding the game. But in girls that seems to be
Then we don't know how you're not promoted yet. I mean,
Well, isn't it obvious?
Oh god.
Gotta get the goodies, man. Then it'll work.
Oh,
Bring the boobies.
no. Anyway, though, see, sometimes in the guy talk, right? I'm gonna admit, there have been times where we talk about female admins and
I think sorry to interrupt again, but I think the general consensus is that the girl admins are fucking useless, which I kind of have to agree with.
Not really. What about Typhoid Mary? She's doing a great job.
Yes, Typhoid Mary is by far.
She's the nicest, and she does the most things.
Her and Trauma Queen are by far the best female admins. Besides that, I'm not sure, and I don't want to get into that because you know, it's in my contract. I can't talk snit about other admins. You know what I mean? Or at least not as far as how they admin. I can talk about them personality-wise, but not as how they admin. You know what I mean? But if you know, not fuck around, yeah, sure. Stella Clark, yes, would be a pretty good choice. Who else? I mean, you gotta have at least a couple. Shitcocks.
There's not a lot of
what about Lovely Sinner? Is she a female or I'm not sure though.
Lovely Sinner? Well...
So out of the girls admin discussed was Stella Clark and Lovely Sinner?
Lovely Sinner, oh no.
I mean, Lovely Sinner, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. There are things that I can't say.
What about Silver 63? I mean, she's good at fighting.
Yeah, Silver 63. Yeah. She has a lot of cojones for sure, man. Like, yep.
For a girl.
Silver 63 is a lot of cojones for sure. Like, 100%. Yeah. For sure. She'd be a great admin. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. Out of all the girls, she has the most cojones, for sure.
I have to ask this, actually. I'm looking at the chat here on Sampier, and I just crossed my mind. So, had Bull and Sui not done that thing that he has done recently, do you think he would be up there? I mean, probably the thing that happened recently kind of would definitely erase him from that list if he ever was on it, but
well, if we're being honest here, I don't think he had much of a chance before that happened.
Seriously?
Yes.
He's a regular. People like him.
No,
a lot of people like him.
He's not a regular anymore. Like, he did a bad thing.
Warlord is a regular too. That doesn't mean that.
Oh, damn. We have to mention Ali, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Trigger Ali.
I like what Steve said in chat. Parish for admin. Well, he's kidding. Yeah,
Parish
but imagine Parish being admin and just her sisters, her brothers, excuse me. Might as well be sisters, but might as well be sisters. But her brothers, like, you know, being cocksuckers. Yeah, his sisters. Yeah, her sisters. Excuse me. Yeah.
Who was that girl? The Serbian girl that was really
Catherine.
Yeah.
Catherine.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I saw playing yesterday with.
No, not Catherine.
Mary.
The other girl who quit and was a guy apparently.
Caddy. I don't know. I got something.
Caddy.
Training. I don't know. Something happened with that thing. Some bad thing happened. I can confirm that. Like, I don't know. It's a mystery.
I think you're memeing, Kesh. Like, why did you even say caddy? Honestly?
Because I actually wondered where he or she is, because I know that like he or she was a nice person and
it was a he.
Oh Christ.
Just
there's not a lot of nice girls on CNR. Most of them are bitchy.
Caddy's a meme. Caddy cheated. Oh, Steve said Lean. Yeah, Lean would definitely be a good female admin. Yeah, Lean for sure.
Lean, yeah.
That's a great meme.
Used to post fake pictures. So
what about Mayu?
Mayu.
Mayu,
no
she hasn't
longer
played in like
active, but
3
yeah.
years.
But if she
Yeah.
were, I mean,
Like,
If she were, she would be.
in out of Discord, she said she's not interested anymore playing. I don't know. Is that true or not?
Who, Mayu? I mean,
Oh
clearly.
shit! I just
Yeah.
saw this guy. What about SS Terry? Kind of like a guy who's
Wait, who?
Not really.
SS Terry.
I actually don't know what you're saying.
2017 player or something. I mean,
He's a Sunfiora player.
Not really.
SS
He's
Terry?
just
Oh,
some
okay.
cheers.
Okay, yeah, he's a San Fierro player. Good gogs. I should know him then.
Oh my god! I'll start
Oh.
playing Sunfiora.
He plays LB as well.
LB
Also, I will get
sucks.
boob job, and then we can rediscuss our
Hey
talk.
Cash, can I
Who you talking to?
can I get slapped with your boobies?
What?
This is the most awkward
Oh
thing ever
my
said on the radio right now.
What was that? What
now
was
we're
that?
reaching 18 now, man. Congratulations.
What
Why
was
the
that?
fuck would you even care if I have boob job or not?
'Cause
You're
they're
not
fake.
getting in there.
Because they're fake.
I just
No,
want to get slapped with
Bother
your
you.
boobs.
It doesn't bother you. You don't get in there. Why does it bother
because
you?
I feel sorry for your future husband that has to.
What if he likes them?
Well, he has a problem. He's got a problem.
What if he would enjoy his day between my tits for the first
Oh
time?
my god.
Seriously, think of the guy.
What does this show come to? What does this show come to? I don't know. I tell you.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yo, tell you,
I think I just have to do a random DSP laughing reaction to that. Like, she just really said that.
Please don't.
You have to,
Oh, the camera's on.
Sean, you have to be a team player. You gotta stand up for your guy. Understand the frustration of other guy. Like, imagine how happy he would be. Damn.
Well, that's him. You know, that's whoever that would be. Yeah. Anyway, I think on that note, how long have you been on the show? An hour and a half, 2 hours. Yeah,
And
long
Sean,
show.
you still think you would win a fight against me? That's kind of fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, I would for sure. For sure. But we'll probably get that set up. But that's
Aw.
gonna do it for the Punkery show. Hopefully by next week, there are actually
We'll have
new
new
admins added, and we'll talk about that and who got snubbed, and we'll see if I have to tear the server down. So
But even in Demoted, you know?
yes. So
Also, guys, please make me admin so I don't have to do a boob job. Thank you.
Do some boob job first.
Like, you know, collecting donations for not doing it.
Alright. So in the name of Ken Pank's 2-inch dick, and in the name of Kesh's A-Cups, this was the Punkery Show, and
Oh
we'll
my
see you
Get fucked.
Wait,
next.
before you close it,
Oh my.
where's the wrap up top 5, man? I mean, people
Yeah,
I can't.
you did only top
I
2,
can't.
and then
I'll tell you my top
it's
5.
actually because Sean cannot count them more
I'll
than
tell you
2.
my top 5 once admins are actually made. So see you next time on the Punkery Show.